Yeah, I think we're streaming. Yes, we are on, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are triple streaming. As always, we are live on TikTok, we're live on YouTube, and we are live on X, talking about all the crazy events that's literally unfolded in the last 24 hours. Guys, listen, you know what we was talking about last night, the video that Andrew Bridgen posted about the migrant boats going on the back of the truck. How has that has literally exploded and ballooned? Everybody's talking about it. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, if you've not done so already, make sure you like, follow, comment, and subscribe. If you want to know what's happening tomorrow at yesterday's prices, today, make sure you hit those like, follow, and subscribe buttons, guys. Listen, also for the subscribers, for the guys who've subscribed on TikTok, guys, listen. This is for the subscribers, all right? I've got something for you guys. I'm probably going to do a video about this, a standalone video about this, but for the subscribers, for the subscribers, guys, I've got something coming for you guys that I'm probably going to be able to give to you on next Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like, I'm really proud of it, what I'm doing. I can't tell you anymore, guys, but listen, if you're a subscriber, you're going to get that the earliest I can give you that is next Friday. That's all I can say. I've been working on it. It's something I'm really proud of. I'm really happy with it. And that is coming to you guys, not this Friday coming, but next Friday. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's just begin, shall we? Let's just begin. I will go through that a little bit more, but listen, guys, mass arrests in the United Kingdom. Pro-Palestine marchers have had mass arrests. And look, guys, I need to caveat something here. I need to get this through because I don't think I get this through enough. When I do these live streams, I'm pro-government. Believe it or not, guys, Raven is pro-government. Without government, we fall into anarchy and all bad stuff starts to happen. We need a strong government, guys. We do. We need a strong police force. We do. We need strong laws. We do. We need a strong military because without the military is literally the backbone to everything, guys. Ultimately, when everything else fails, the military is our last line of defense. And sometimes it's the first line of defense as well. So I want all those things, you know, and I think sometimes when I'm doing these live streams, I think I could, like, I look back and I watch I watch back the live streams and I think, wow, Sean, you're just turning into some sort of anarchist. So I want to put the record straight, guys, okay? I'm all for law and order. I'm all for a police force. I'm all for laws. I'm all for government, and I'm all for the military. The reason I seem to come across as some sort of crazy anarchist sometimes is because I can't not say where the information's taking me. I can't not look at an ace of spades and say it's a queen of diamonds. I can't do that, guys. Like, if it's an ace of spades, it's an ace of spades. If it's a jack of spades, it's a jack of spades. And right now, what we're seeing with what we were speaking about last night, listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you was on the live stream last night, wow, did that get wild? Didn't it get wild last night on the live stream when we went over to YouTube? We went down some rabbit holes together. We did some research, and listen, guys, you guys saw how animated I got. But listen, guys, let's stay on focus. Mass arrests in the United Kingdom. Pro-Palestine, this Palestine Action group. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, I am totally against those guys. I am on the other side of that spectrum. What I would just want to throw in here real quick is, although I don't agree with what people are saying, I 100% agree with that they have the right to say it. If something offends me, absolutely fine. You know what, guys? I'm big enough. I'm old enough. I can accept that people have different opinions to me. Now, over 500 arrests at this Palestine Action group. Now, there's a lot of question marks that I've got on this, guys. Like, I mean, there's this meme. It's not a meme, actually. It's from a Star Wars movie, and there's like, I think it's What's the they're in the Senate, and this lady, she says, so that's how democracy dies, to thunderous applause. And that's just what I'm seeing right now, guys. While everybody's like cheering for all these 500 people that have just been arrested at this pro-Palestine march, just think about what happens. Now you've opened that precedence with all these people getting arrested. And look, guys, I'll be quite clear. I don't know the circumstances of these arrests, but 500 seems excessive to me. Now, the question I've got is, this group, Palestine, Palestine Action Group, or whatever it's called, they've been prescribed as bad guys, okay? Absolutely fine. I'm totally fine with that. So why hasn't that company and that group dissolved and just called themselves something else? I don't know where we're going, guys. There's a lot of question marks over this. There's a lot of question marks in general. Listen, guys, and ultimately, there's more that there, and always, guys, all right? There are more that unites us than divides us. And when I do these live streams, I kind of jump off I let my emotions get the better of me. Listen, guys, I would prefer a human civilization where we are going into space, all right? I would prefer that much more than where we are at the moment, because it is bonkers. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I've said it before, I'll say it again. The subscribers, you guys that subscribe on TikTok, in fact, I'll see if I can do it to those guys who subscribe on YouTube as well. But look, I've got a gift. I'm going to give you something to the subscribers. I am going to give you something. I've been working hard at it. I have, guys. I've been working really hard at it. I'm going to give you something, not this Friday, but next Friday. I hope. Look, guys, I need to caveat that it's not finished, but I can see the end of it. I'm really excited about it. That's all I can say. So if you've not subscribed, if you've not renewed your subscription, guys, listen, I need as many subscribers as possible. All will become relevant when I start doing the subscribers only live streams, guys. Okay, it's gonna be, guys. I'm so happy and I'm so proud about this. If it works, that's all I can say. I've already told you guys too much. So mass arrests in the United Kingdom, pro-Palestine marches. A lot of those guys have been arrested. Also, big fires breaking out all over the United Kingdom now. And again, these are a couple of things I said. Stuff burns, guys. Stuff really does burn. A lot of stuff burns. And I feel that a lot of these, well, okay. How do I be careful with this? Because the TikTok algorithm is absolutely brutal. Do you know what, guys? I'm just going to, while I'm on TikTok, all I'm going to say is there's fires broke out in the United Kingdom. That's all I'm going to say now. As soon as I jump over to YouTube, we'll talk a little bit more about that. Right, guys, for once, I'm going to go on to the YouTube comments first, because there's quite a few comments. From now on YouTube is saying, what time's the live, mate? And I'm saying 8 o'clock is the live. Sorry, I didn't put that on the description. Lincolnshire Templar is saying greetings. Debbie Doobs is saying evening. I'm saying evening right back. Matt is saying evening, mate, and evening to you, Matt. Lisa Jane is saying good evening all. Matt is saying I've been camping with no internet over the last few days. What have I missed? Heard over 200 people got arrested. So Matt on YouTube is saying over 200. Matt, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way that spectrum you're looking, there's over 500 people being arrested. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of each one of those arrests. What I do know is a lot of those people that have been arrested today, a lot of those people are over 50. So I'm kind of thinking, like, where do we go with this, guys? Where do we go with this? Lisa Jane is saying, think we all want those things, Sean. Right, Lisa Jane, I don't know what that's in reference to. Mr. Mester is saying, evening, gang, hope all is safe and well indeed. So straight back to you. Oh, and Lisa Jane is saying there's an earthquake in Turkey. Joshua Harrison is saying, evening, mate, hope you're well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep repeating this. I've got a gift. I've got a gift for the subscribers. I'm going to give the subscribers probably the best gift anyone could ever give someone. It's going to be fantastic, guys. I hope this is going to be ready next Friday. Not this Friday coming, but the Friday after. Yeah, and then from now on YouTube, he's saying, I just see fires all over. Yeah, guys, listen, lots of fires all over the United Kingdom. Let me get this up on the mainstream, guys, okay? Right, so fires in Dorset, fires in Edinburgh. So two big fires, guys, okay? A big fire in Edinburgh and a big fire on Dorset Heath as well. Now, excuse me. The weather has been ridiculously dry. I've said this many times. It's only a matter of time before somebody throws a match. And I don't know if this has happened, guys. I don't know if this has happened. In fact, guys, can somebody else tell me, look, listen, this is a genuine question. Without someone throwing a match, how do fires start naturally? Like, if you just get a load of hay, say you've got a load of hay and it's real dry, like, will that spontaneously combust? Or does someone need to throw a match into that? I don't know the answer to that, guys. I don't know the answer, and I wouldn't want to speculate while I'm on TikTok. Right, let me jump up, guys. Let me jump up again. I'm going to jump onto TikTok now, guys. The chat is open. The chat's open, guys. The chat is open. So I do apologize if I can't get everybody's everybody's comments. James is saying, well, they did trash a couple of very expensive aircraft. Yeah. So we're talking about Palestine Action Group there. Look, guys, with this Palestine Action Group and the mass arrests, there's so many question marks right now, guys. There are so many question marks. There are so many question marks about this, what's happening right now. We'll come on to those. Ukraine or death UA, Ukraine or death Ukraine, Ukraine or death UA. He's saying, I don't know what that is. He's put an emoji, but I don't know what that emoji is. If you can let me know what that emoji is, mate, I will share it. Jamase Po is saying, hello, Sean, back on TikTok. Yes, I'm back on TikTok. I've had my ban reprimanded. I'm back on, guys. I'm back on. So thank you very much. Maxine Cooper is saying, hi, Sean. Hang on. Maxine Cooper is saying, hi, Sean. I had 16 large bottles of water delivered to my home today. They said burst water pipes. There you go. Oh, in fact, hang on. Right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Maxine Cooper is saying that she's had 16 large bottles of water delivered to her home, and she's saying that they've been told that there's burst water pipes. Maxine, if it's, Maxine, can you just tell us what county you're in? I don't want your address or anything, and please don't give me your address, because that would be a massive security hiccup. But Maxine Cooper, can you tell me what county you're in at least, so we can, try and understand what's happening. If there's any military bases there, if there's any nuclear facilities, if there's any manufacturing capacity that may be relevant. So Maxine Cooper, guys, just sent a message saying 16 large bottles of water delivered to her home today, and the water company are saying that there's burst water pipes. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, these are the type of things that I have been saying for a long time that are coming to the United Kingdom. Tracy McKibben on YouTube is saying the government are planning to mine for minerals, cut down trees, hence carbon capture. Like Canada, ban people from hiking in the forest. Guys, does anybody understand this law in Canada? So, look, guys, I genuinely do not understand this. And I'm not claiming to understand it. This is a genuine question. Is it true? This is a question. Is it true that you can get billed $25,000 for walking in the woods in Canada? Is that true, or are we misunderstanding that or something? I don't know what's real anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, it is hotter. Right now, guys, it is hotter than a PM's briefing room. I'm just going to open that door. If you could just wait there for 1 second while I open that door, guys, because it's really hot in here. The sun has been absolutely baking. And I'm back. Give me a second. Sorry, guys, I heard something in the garden then. Right, I have been, I've been in the garden all day, guys. I've been in the garden, cutting the grass, doing some awesome stuff. Awesome stuff, i.e. making my grass perfectly level. You know, I mean, I actually went out earlier and I set my watch by the level of my grass. It's that flat. Ray is saying, this is all madness, clearly as, hang on, let me pin it actually. Ray on TikTok is saying, this is all, where's Ray's comment gone? This is all madness, clearly. As crazy as it sounds, I'm starting to think this is NHI, and if not Jew. Not Jew, D-E-W. I don't know what that means. Ray, can you let me know what that means, Ray? I think you're talking about DEW as in directed energy weapons. Directed energy weapons, but I don't know what that means. Ray is saying, did you see the moon last night? You know what? It's funny. I was talking, me and Sarah were talking earlier, and hang on, let me see. Okay. Me and Sarah were talking earlier about the full moon last night. Yes, it was an epic full moon. Lots of people barking up the tree last night, guys. Lots of people barking up the tree. Ray is saying NHI, non-human intelligence. Right. Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit behind with my TLAs, 3-letter acronyms. I'm a little bit behind with my 3-letter acronyms. Yeah, but the moon was wild last night, guys. It was absolutely beautiful. Right, listen, guys, I'm going to repeat this again. I'm going to keep repeating it because it's very important, guys, okay? Mass arrests in the United Kingdom and also fires breaking out everywhere. And if you guys are subscribed, if you guys are subscribers, next Friday, so not this Friday, but the Friday after, ladies and gentlemen, I have got a treat for you guys. I am going to give you something. Yeah, I'm going to give you something. I'm not telling you what it is. I can't tell you what it is. I'm still working on it. It's something I'm very proud of. But next Friday, guys, so not this Friday, but the Friday after, I'm going to give you something, and it's going to be fantastic. And I'm really proud of it. Debbie 1973 is saying, been away for a week, not seen news. Have I missed much? Debbie 1973, listen, I do not have enough time in 1 hour to give you an update on what's happened in the last 7 days. But let's just suffice to say, a lot of bonkersness has been happening. Look, guys, I think what we were talking about last night on the live stream, can you guys remember? Guys, put it in the comments, please. Put in the comments, please, if you guys can remember on last night's live stream. We were talking about the video that everybody's seen now. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you guys what's happening tomorrow at yesterday's prices, and I do it today. Yesterday we was talking about the video that had been posted, and I think I went on like, can you guys remember? I went on like a 42-minute monologue about the video that had been released where the rubber dinghies are getting put onto the back of lorries, I guess. I don't know if they're articulated. The rubber dinghies are getting put on the back of lorries and sent back to France. I was talking about that. That video has been shared now. Everybody's seen that video, guys. Absolutely everybody's seen that video. Always, we get you the news first. But look, guys, something else I just want to get up real quick. Let me just, give me a second, guys. Is it that one? Right. Nigel Farage posted something. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say about Nigel Farage, but here I go. Also, guys, did you see Ant Middleton's post? Did you guys see Ant Middleton's post? Well, hang on. Did you guys see Ant Middleton's post? He did a long post on why he will not be standing with Reform as for the Mayor of London. I don't know how that's even going to work. I mean, Ant Middleton doesn't even live in London. So, I mean, doesn't he live in Dubai? Right, give me a second, guys. Right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Not that one. Right, so Nigel Farage posted something 7 hours ago, and guys, when we jump over to YouTube, I'll share this with everyone. Okay, Nigel Farage posted something. Nigel Farage posted something 7 hours ago. I'm going to read this to you. So for the TikTok algorithm, I'm not. This is literally, I'm reading and copying and repeating exactly what a sitting member of parliament says. So I don't think I should get restricted for that, but who knows? Who knows? So Nigel Farage posted this 7 hours ago, guys, okay? The translation of this text from Arabic to English. So for those I need to give context. So the context of this post is there's a load of young men on a boat on their way presumably to the United Kingdom, and they're all shouting Allahu Akbar. All right, Allahu Akbar. You know, they're all, which again, you know, I understand Allahu Akbar it means God is greatest, which is, you know, but it's the meaning, it's the intent behind that chant. So you've got all these guys, there's a video of all these young men on their way to the United Kingdom, and they're all chanting Allahu Akbar. Now, there's some Arabic, well, Arabic's written the other way, isn't it? There's some Arabic on the screen, and I don't know, guys, I can't read Arabic. I can speak Arabic, but I can't read it. Now, Nigel Farage has posted a video, and this is what he says. The translation from the video, obviously, so this is a translation of the video of the people coming from France to the United Kingdom. This translation of the text from Arabic to English. The forces of the Iraqi spear from the heart of the British seas, the leadership of the militia Abu Hamad. So that's what the translation says. Now, look, guys, take from that whatever you will, ladies and gentlemen. Take from that whatever you will. Whatever that means, you know, maybe this is just one individual and he's giving everyone a bad name, or maybe, I don't know, guys. I'm telling you guys what Nigel Farage has posted. See how I'm having to slope my shoulders there, guys? So this is the people coming over the border, chanting Allahu Akbar. Their slogan, as according to Nigel Farage, I can't read it, guys. I need to caveat that. The forces of the Iraqi spear from the heart of the British seas, the leadership of the militia Abu Hamad. I'm just going to Google what that means, militia Abu Hamad. Let me just Google what they are. Excuse me. Thank you, Danny Boy, for subscribing. Continued subscription, 18 months. Well done, Danny Boy. Look, guys, all the subscribers, you guys are in for a treat. Not this Friday coming, but the next Friday. I promise you guys. I don't want to make promises. I'm going to go back on that. I believe I'm going to give it to you next Friday. If it's not ready for next Friday, I want to give it to you. I want to give it to you next Friday. If it's not ready, it won't be ready. But guys, listen, I'm working on something for you guys, the subscribers. It's going to be fantastic. Honestly, it's going to be absolutely unbelievable. So thank you to the subscribers, all the subscribers, and thank you for Danny Boy for subscribing. Right, where are we? So we're just looking at what does... Right, here we are, guys. So the battle... Oh, no, that doesn't make sense. Right, I don't know what that means, guys. I don't want to... Yeah, I don't know what that means, guys. So the militia of Abu Hamad, I don't know what that means. Abu means father of. So I don't know what that means, guys. I don't know what it means. I could probably do some more. If anybody knows what that means, please put it up on the chat, guys. Please put it up on the chat. Militant fireman is saying, hang on. Militant fireman is saying, yeah, yelling that while they, oh, right, okay, right. There's certain things I can't repeat, guys, certain things I can't repeat while I'm on TikTok. I do apologize. Carol Chadwick is saying, what do you think King Charles will say next week? I don't know, guys. Look, I'm right now, I'm in survival mode, guys. Honestly, guys, I'm in survival mode. And if you're a subscriber, and next Friday, you'll understand the gift that I'm going to give to all my subscribers. So what do I think King Charles is going to say next week? I don't know. Look, guys, it wouldn't surprise me if King Charles turned up and he said he's converting to Islam. Nothing surprises me anymore. He might say aliens are coming. I genuinely don't know, guys. Not only do I not know, right now, guys, I kind of don't, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to the king, but, you know, I kind of don't care either. Like, he gets his money, he lives in his castle, and he does his thing. There we go, guys. You know, none of it affects me. Right now, me and mine and my family and those close to me, we're all in survival mode, guys. We are literally in survival mode right now. Nikki New, is that Nikki? Nikki New? Nikki New is saying he's not my king. Do you know what, Nikki New? I swore an oath to the Queen. When I joined the military, I swore an oath to the Queen. And I feel like I fulfilled that oath. I did. I feel like I fulfilled that oath. Blood, sweat, tears, you know, everything. I feel like I gave the Queen my ounce of flesh. I really do. I gave my ounce of flesh for the Queen and country. We don't have a queen anymore, and I feel my contract with the government. I feel like, you know, what are those guys called? Ronin. I feel like a Ronin now. I feel like a samurai, but without a master. Yeah, I don't know, Nikki New. I feel a lot of people, me included, feel the same as you, Nikki New. In fact, guys, can we put this in the chat? This is a genuine question. How many people can identify with the king? Like, how many? Like, we went through everything, didn't we, with the Queen? It wasn't the Queen great. She was like, it wasn't the Queen great, and it just feels like when she transcended into a beam of light, feels like we lost something. And the King, I don't feel has stepped into her shoes well. Right, I'm going to jump over to YouTube, ladies. Wow, guys, it's so hot in here. Ladies and gentlemen, John on YouTube is saying, by the way, about last night, I believe it was Tony Blair who planned all of this back in 2022. Right, hang on, John. I'm going to have to jump up and get your other comments. Christopher Morton is saying, hey, Sean, hope you're well, and I am well as well. Thank you so much. Right, here we are. So John Thistlethwaite is saying, definitely you caught the government with their pants down. Right, okay, yeah. So I think we're talking there about the, last night we was talking about the images. Look, guys, I need to be objective about this. There could be an innocent explanation to this. There could all be. I mean, we've only seen one truck. Look, guys, I'm just being objective, okay? We've only seen one truck filled with rubber dinghies going back to France. There could be something, you know, there could be something innocent about this, but you know, like it's very hard to try and understand what could be innocent about that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining, the news of the day is mass arrests. Palestine Action Group, they have suffered mass arrests. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more later, but also in the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, guys, fires seem like they are breaking out everywhere. And it does seem very conspicuous anyway. Mindy Moo 15, hang on. Mindy Moo 15 is saying, on a scale of 1 to 10, how worried do we have to be right now? It depends. Again, Mindy Moo, it depends what your personal scenario is. Ladies and gentlemen, Mindy Moo's asked a really good question here. Mindy Moo is asking, on a scale of 1 to 10, how worried should we be? it depends on your personal situation. Like, if you are a hotel owner and you've just got a load of contracts from the government and you've just bought a new yacht and you've just had your Ferrari upgraded to a Lamborghini, a green Lamborghini with purple seats and green leather and green stitching, kind of don't really need to be that worried at all. So I'd say, like, life is good for you. If you are a normal working 9 to 5 person who goes to work Monday morning, finishes Friday afternoon, just wants to have a few beers, glass of wine, have a Sunday dinner, and enjoy your time with your kids, I'd say things are not looking that good for you, which I do fall into that category as well. So, you know, very, very difficult. Very difficult to answer that question, guys. All right, it's a big spectrum. Oh, mini room saying just that yeah. So look, guys. Okay, so let me pin this again. So, right, if you're a normal working person, we're not gonna hang on. That's not Angela Rayner, is it? We're not gonna tax working people. No, we're not going to tax them. We're going to tax them millionaires. We're going to rate good tax them. We're going to proper tax them and all that profit they're making. How's that working out for you, Angela? Well, what we managed to do is we turned that 22 billion black hole, we managed to tax so good, we turned it into a 50 billion black hole. That's how good we are. We as rate good proper taxes. I'm not educated, me. I just love these trousers. Look how big they are. No, you get a matching jacket and all, but it's not called a jacket. It's called a blues. What's a blues? I don't know, Lord Ali just gave it me and he said, sign these bits of paper, Angela, and I'll buy you some more trousers. So I said, righto, I'll buy all these, I'll sign more papers. So what you're telling me, Lord Ali, if I keep signing these bits of paper, you'll buy me more trousers? Yes. Right, keep them coming because I love them trousers. All these fancy colours. Look at me in my big trousers. Look how big my trousers are. Sorry, guys, I digress. So, yeah, so what I foresee coming is financial depravity. Financial depravity, guys. I really do see that on its way. I don't see any way, like, you know, the government, like, this is what I think is going to happen. At some point, maybe this year, maybe next year, maybe it's going to come in autumn, but at some point, Rachel Reeves is going to stand up there and she's going to say something like this. Maybe the words are not exact, but you get the gist. Rachel Reeves is going to say something like this. We didn't want to tax the working people, but because of those millionaires leaving the country, we've had no other choice. We've had no other choice but to tax the normal, everyday working people. I do feel like that's coming, guys. I really do. I feel like that's coming very, very soon. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, news of the day: mass arrests in the United Kingdom, fires breaking out everywhere. This is from Nigel Farage. The forces of the Iraqi sphere are now in the United sphere. Sorry, not sphere. What have I just done? Yeah, the forces of the Iraqi sphere are now in I guess they're in the United Kingdom now. This is what Nigel Farage is posting, not me. And also, ladies and gentlemen, remember, ladies and gentlemen, not this Friday, but next Friday, I'm going to give a fantastic gift to all the subscribers. Debbie Doobs is saying, I hope Zelensky says no to the land swap. Yeah, he will say no to the land swap. So what Debbie Doobs is talking about there is we're going on to the Ukraine conflict. In Ukraine right now, guys, I mean, look how absurd this is. You've got Donald Trump. Look, guys, I'm not even going to talk about this. Right, I am going to talk about this, but I'm not going to talk about that. So, under no circumstances do I feel, in fact, I don't even see this happening, guys, all right? I mean, Zelensky would get lynched. He would, guys. He would, like, it would be, like, he's not going to do that. So the people of Ukraine have been fighting since 2014 for their land, for their freedom, for their, you know, just the right to exist, I guess. Now, the peace deal that I understand is on the cards. And again, guys, look, we don't really know what's happening. We don't really know what's happening behind closed doors. Donald Trump likes to do this switch and bait at the last minute. So we don't really know what's going to happen. But there's a meeting in Alaska between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump where they're going to discuss potential for a ceasefire in Ukraine. Now, as I understand it, and look, guys, nobody understands it because that's the nature of the beast, but as I understand it, what they're going to offer is the Ukrainians give up land and the Russians stop their progression. I don't think that's going to fly with the Ukrainians, guys. I really don't. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, a war is only over when both sides say it is. Not before and not after. Duke of Didcot, the Duke of Didcot, thank you for gracing us with your presence, the Duke of Didcot, is saying VAT will top out at 25% next election is my guess. Yeah, it's unbelievable, guys. The amount of money we pay in tax is phenomenal. Truth Signal is saying, how close are we to the Ukrainian war coming to an end? And what's the likely outcome? Do you know what? I'll actually tell you right now how close we are. Give me a second. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now how close we are to the Ukrainian war coming to an end. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to give you Raven Maths. Raven Maths. I'm going to give you guys Raven Maths. Estimate Raven Maths. Right, let me zoom in. I'm going to give you Raven Maths now, guys. So I'm giving you Raven Maths. We are 123.2 kilometers away from a ceasefire in Ukraine. That's how long we are, guys. That's what we are. That's the situation in Ukraine. I'm predicting we are 123.2 kilometers away from a ceasefire in Ukraine, guys. That's what I'm predicting, 123 kilometers. And that will change tomorrow, obviously. Guys, the comments are going crackers today. I've not even had a chance to look at my screen yet. Tracy McKibben is saying, Sean, Yvette Cooper says 18 migrants to a boat article was in the Daily Mail. Right, okay, let me get this, because yesterday, okay, hang on, guys. Okay, just a quick comment here from now. Guys, listen, in case you missed it, there was a video posted. I don't know when the video was posted, but Nigel Farage shared it this morning. Give me a second, guys. So I don't know if you guys missed it or not, but Nigel Farage posted a video this earlier on today. Now, the video was of a load of young gentlemen, fine-looking gentlemen, really good-looking gentlemen, look Middle Eastern, beautiful culture, beautiful people. So these guys were coming over to the United Kingdom. They were on a, they were on a boat. They were coming over on the boat, and they're all shouting Allahu Akbar, and there's some Arabic writing. I can't read Arabic, guys. I can speak a little bit. I can speak Arabic, but I can't read Arabic. And the caption that's written in Arabic, it says, in fact, I'll tell you exactly what it says. It said, so this is the caption now of the gentlemen on their way over to the United Kingdom, and they're shouting Allahu Akbar, and it says, this is in response to the question that I've got up on YouTube at the moment from now. This is what the Arabic caption says. The forces of the Iraqi spear from the heart of the British seas. The leadership of the militia Abu Hamad. Don't know what that militia is, guys. I don't know what that militia is. I really don't. I tried to Google it and I couldn't find anything. But look, guys, what they're claiming is, and if I understand this right, that the gentlemen coming over on that boat, they are the forces of the Iraqi spear. That's what it says in Arabic. So I don't know if we can take anything from that. Maybe it's just fake news. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Right, where's Miss Wendy's coming? What's Miss Wendy's coming? Miss Wendy, I am right, guys. Listen, we are. I've not even said it yet. I think we did this yesterday as well. We did this yesterday. I can't believe we're on 41 minutes already, guys. Look, I'm Real Raven One on YouTube. I'm Real Raven One on X. Please share, like, comment. Please share, like, comment, subscribe on all the platforms, guys. Listen, I keep saying this. I'm going to do a standalone video on TikTok. For the subscribers on TikTok. And you know what? If I can do it for the subscribers, for the team on YouTube as well. So for those guys who've paid on YouTube as well, guys, look, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you something, not this Friday, but Friday after. It's going to be fantastic. I'm really proud of it. Well, you know what? You guys might not think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic. It's nothing bone. It's not a trick, you know. So please, guys, keep your subscriptions up because I've got something coming, guys, for next Friday. Next Friday, it's going to be fantastic, okay? Not this Friday coming, the next Friday. I need to caveat. That's when I think I'll have it ready for you guys. It's something I'm working on myself, and that's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to get it. I don't want anything to come out before it's ready. Kaza is saying no profit in peace. No, there's not. Rasta Bob is saying, did you see the big fire? If I'll pin this. Did you see the big fire in Edinburgh? Yeah, guys, listen. Big fires in Edinburgh, fires in Dorset, fires all over the United Kingdom. More people, the forces of the Iraqi spear are now in the United Kingdom. We can't even make this up, can we, guys? Look, guys, for those of you who joined us, who went over to the YouTube last night, the chat got wild. It really did, guys. So if you're watching on TikTok and you don't go over to YouTube, you really are missing out, guys. You really are missing out. We went down some rabbit holes. We did some research together. I was jumping up, pulling my hair out. It was a pretty cool live stream. And we was on for another, I think we was on for another hour at least. Right, let me just get these comments. Guys, the chat is going the chat is absolutely swizzling tonight. Oh, and Deza is saying there's also a fire in Liverpool. Let me just Google this real quick. Yeah, fire in Liverpool. Black smoke seen across the city. In fact, let me just put this on the other screen. Give me a second, guys. Let me put it up. It's not moving. Right, get in there. Get in. Right, it's not merging. Hang on, guys. I'm having technical problems. Right, why is that? There we are. Oh, it didn't merge. Yeah. There we are. Right, okay, I've merged it. Right. Liverpool Echo, guys, from 49 minutes ago. So we've got fires in Dorset, fires in Edinburgh, and fires in Liverpool, guys. All right, fires breaking out all over. I'm just going to read you this, guys, from the Liverpool Echo from 49 minutes ago. Black smoke billows across the sky as fire breaks out. A person was found with injuries at the scene of the fire. Smoke could be seen from miles away in one of Merseyside. In one area of Merseyside this evening after a fire broke out. People living in the Billinge started sharing pictures and video on social media of black smoke just after 5 p.m. this evening. One woman living nearby who had footage of the fire told the Liverpool Echo, from my house overlooking the field on the video, it must have been big to have seen all the black smoke. I heard it was a field on fire, but don't know for a fact. The farmers are busy now cropping the fields. So there we have it, guys. It looks like fields are on fire right now, guys. It looks like fields are on fire. Look, guys, I'm giving you this information as I'm getting it. I'm giving you guys real-time analysis and speculation. 3 fires 3 fires broke out all over in the United Kingdom. Are we going to see more? I would suspect so. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, petrol is cheap. Well, it's not cheap, is it? It's not cheap, let's face it. Petrol is easily available, let's say that. Petrol's easily available, so are matches, so are lighters. You know, people can, oh, Debbie Duke saying TikTok gone. Guys, am I still on TikTok? I think, am I being cut off? Am I being banned again? Have I been banned? Am I banned? No, I think I'm still streaming. I think I'm still on, guys. I think I'm still on. Right, okay, we're good. Right. So we don't know what this is, ladies and gentlemen, but these are the things that we've already spoken about on this channel. These are the things that we said would be happening. These are the things that we said as we head into the summer festivities, the summer of carnage. These are the things that are more likely to happen. Right, guys, look, I'm going to have to take a minute because I've not even got the screens up yet, guys. I've not even got the screens up. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not done so already, can you please hit the like, comment, subscribe, follow, bell notification. We are streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on TikTok, and we are streaming on X. Guys, listen, if you want to know what's happening tomorrow at yesterday's prices, hit the buttons today. Right, let me jump up because I am conscious that there's more protests at the Bell Hotel in Epping. So let me just get this. Oh, what just happened? I'm just getting these screens up, guys. My computer's so slow. It's probably because I've got so many screens open. Close that. Close that. Close that. Close that. No, I'll keep that one open. Close. Oh, I just closed the wrong one. Hang on. Right, Bell Hotel Epping. Let me find out what. And Paranoid Aussie is putting alien invasion. Look, guys. I mean, I listen, guys. It doesn't take me much to talk about aliens, but right now there's so much stuff happening. We'll save the aliens for when we jump over to X, YouTube and X. Right, for some reason, guys, my internet's been ridiculously slow today. I think that may be the problems with connectivity. Right, Bell. Yeah, so there's more protests at hotels tonight, guys. To me, I don't know, guys. I'm seeing these protests as more of like a social gathering than a civil movement. I don't know. Maybe that's just why I'm looking at it. But you know, how do I put this? How do I put this? You've got to have a degree of what's the word I'm looking for? You've got to have a degree of capacity in that crowd. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people dancing and standing around, and there's music and people having a good time. That to me doesn't look like. And again, look, guys, I'm just saying what I see. That to me doesn't look like. You know, I'm not even going to go down that road, guys. I'm not even going to go down that road. I'm just going to keep looking at what's happening at the Bell Hotel. More protests, though, guys. I mean, they are continuing this. I mean, I think what we should take from this is. What I think we should take from this is. When these protests, you know, the mass protests, like, you know, when they say, right, we're going to go to London, 10 million of us, we're going to turn up at London and we're going to wave the flags, you know, like that sort of stuff, it's good, but there's no sustainability in it. There's no sustainability in it. But the protests, what we've seen in Epping, the protests in Epping, what we can see there is sustainability. You can sustain these protests over time. And that's what I think is needed, guys. That's what I think is needed. But look, guys, listen, let's not be under any illusion, all right? Unless we stop the flow as a country, it's not going to make any difference. They're just going to move out of one hotel into another hotel, into council houses. That's pretty much what's going to happen. We need to stop the root cause of this, guys, and the root cause is the flow, and I don't think we're going to stop that because, do you know what, guys? All I'm going to say is we saw footage yesterday that says to me anyway, the footage we saw yesterday says to me that the government are involved. So we're trying to get the government to stop something that they're doing. So I just don't see it happening, guys. As much as we're just going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see, guys. Like I just said, I'm seeing these protests. I'm seeing people dancing and sure, guys, I don't even care. We have got people now dancing and having a carnival feeling, and these guys are supposed to be protesting against things happening to young girls, and there's people dancing. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe look, guys, maybe that's an unpopular opinion. Maybe I'm not seeing something, but like, if you're angry about things happening to young girls, which I am, don't go there and start dancing, playing music and having a little laughing and joking. Like, that's kind of giving the wrong image. I don't know, guys. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Braxton FXD is saying, Braxton FXD, what does that name mean? Do you like special effects or something? Braxton FXD on YouTube is saying, good evening all. Morrison's petrol station 2 days ago and another fire in Doncaster 2 hours ago in one of the parks. I didn't realize that. Do you know what? I mean, I think a lot of these fires will be kept somewhat subdued, I guess, because obviously, the government or whoever's in charge is still, the government. Well, of course, the government are in charge. So, like, whoever's in charge, they're not going to want to let people know about all these fires breaking out. But like the big ones in Edinburgh, in Dorset, in Liverpool, you kind of can't hide them. So maybe that's got something to do with it. Right, guys, there's lots of comments jumping up on YouTube, on TikTok. Let me just get these because some of the comments have jumped up. Paul Poops is saying major fight. Wow, guys, listen, lots of people are commenting about the fires. Lots of people on TikTok commenting lots of different places. And Paul Poops is saying the Chagos Islands is going to cost 10 times more than what Starmer said. How fantastic is it, guys? All right, when like imagine this let's just say this is your house, right? Let's just say this is your house, right? And let's just say with the Chagos Islands, I know it's a little bit difficult to understand what's going on, but I'm going to bring that down to a microcosm. So imagine you and your neighbor good example. Don't I get the best examples? So the Chagos Islands, like, made it a little bit more easy to explain. So imagine you and your neighbor, you have shared access to a pathway, to a driveway. You have shared access to a driveway, all right? For no good reason, this is what the Chagos Islands is like. You say to your neighbor, John, can I give you my access to the driveway? And John says, what? He says, you say to him, yeah, John, can I give you my access? And then he says, and then John says to you, yeah, but Sean, if you give me your access, you won't be able to drive down it. And then I say, John, but I'll give it to you, but then I'll pay rent on it. And John looks at you and he says, hang on a minute, Sean. So you already own the driveway? Yes. But you want to give it, do you know what? No, even better, all right? You and your neighbor share a driveway, but you own it. Yeah, this is better. This is better for the Chagos Island, guys. You and your neighbor own a driveway. Sorry, you and your neighbor share a driveway, but you own it, right? Imagine it, right? It's your houses. You live in like a little weird house or whatever. And you say to your neighbor, John, I know that I own this driveway, but I want to give it to you. And then John says, yeah, but if you give it to me, you won't be able to use it. And then you say, but I'm going to give it to you, and then and then I will pay you rent to use it. And John says, yeah, I'll take that deal, Lammy. Do you want to? Yeah, I'll take that deal all day. Like, honestly, I'd love to play poker with David Lammy. I really would, guys. I'd love to play poker with David Lammy. Angela Dawson is saying, hang on, let me put this on. Angela Dawson is saying, hang on. Where did that comment? Right. It's gone. Hang on. Angela Dawson is saying, Sean, peat-based potting soil can self-combust. I did not know that, Angela Dawson. Thank you so much. As can damp hay. Give over. Are you being serious, Angela Dawson? Damp hay can combust. Yeah, so Angela Dawson here is saying peat-based potting soil can self-combust, as can damp hay. It gives off gas. Listen, guys, I didn't know this. I think this comes from a question that I asked. You know how all the fires are breaking out all over the United Kingdom at the moment? The question was, can fires just start themselves? Angela Dawson is saying peat-based potting soil can self-combust. I didn't know this. And so damp hay, really? Damp hay can self-combust? Surely that doesn't. I'm gonna go with what Angela Dawson's saying, guys. I'm gonna leave it there. And yeah, so apparently, like hay and stuff can self-combust. And then Deborah Phillips is saying damp hay is treacherous. We have to be so careful in the yard. Right, ladies and gentlemen, look, guys. And look, guys, and Lulu is saying damp hay goes off. Lots of people are commenting. Ladies and gentlemen, look, I don't claim to be an expert on everything, all right? Guns, tanks, bombs, aircraft, drones, munitions, tactics, military movements, geopolitical scheming, structuring, stuff that's happening behind the scenes. I'm all over that. Damp hay being able to set on fire every day of school day, guys. A lot of you guys are saying it. So, yeah, so apparently damp hay can set on fire. I did not know that, guys. I did not know that. But you know what? Thank you for enlightening me. Thank you so much. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up to 1 hour, so we're about to do the big switch over. Give me a second. Yeah, it's a nice night, guys. So we're going to do the switch over, but we're going to go outside. Yeah, we are going to go outside. I've just cut the grass. You can literally, like, I don't know if any of you guys need to fine tune your watches, but if you want to jump over to YouTube and look at my grass, that thing is cut so fine, you can actually set your watch by it. In fact, I saw some NASA satellites going over, you know, the GPS satellites that have the micro time, the atomic clocks. The atomic clocks NASA's atomic clocks were actually recalibrating their atomic clock by my grass. I'm just saying, guys, there was a lot of satellites over there. I don't know what they were doing. A lot of people were saying, Sean, yeah, it's the NASA satellites. They know when you've cut your grass, the atomic clocks come over and they bounce the satellite, bounce the radar off your grass, and they're like, yeah, we're good for time. Just saying, guys, I'm just saying. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna close this down now on YouTube. We're gonna jump. Sorry, we're not gonna close this down on YouTube. We are going to close this over on. Right, I totally forgot what I was going to say. We are going to close this down on TikTok. We're going to continue on YouTube. If you're not following me on YouTube, I am the Real Raven One on YouTube, where we can talk a little bit more freely. We can talk a little bit more open. We don't have to worry about the algorithm. That is, guys, trust me, the algorithm is absolutely bonkers now on TikTok. It's unbelievable. I mean, across platforms, there's a lot of bonkersness, guys. All right, there's a lot of bonkersness with this, with censoring and stuff. But anyway, guys, look, you guys have been fantastic. I will, because it's Monday tomorrow, I will be on at 10 o'clock in the... Yes, I will be on at 10 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning. We'll be triple streaming in the morning on TikTok, on YouTube, on X. Triple streaming, guys. So I'm going to close this down now on TikTok, and I will be over on YouTube. I don't know how long I'll be over there. Last night guys, listen, last night it was wild on YouTube. We were on for at least another hour on YouTube. It was crackers. And if you've not watched that video, go and check it out. Go and watch the rerun on my YouTube channel. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on TikTok, and if you've not done so already, hit the like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, all those buttons that help this channel grow. I'll see you later in the morning. We are off, ladies and gentlemen. We are only streaming now on YouTube and X. But, well, there's no but. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and get us all outside, because it's a lovely evening, guys. It's a lovely evening. Nobody wants, at least if not me, nobody wants to be cooped up. So I'm going to try and get us all outside now. So I'll pick this up. How am I going to do this? I'll pick this up, and then I'll get the camera and we'll try and see what happens. We'll see what happens. It could all go wrong. No, I won't. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to unplug that first. And then I think we're going. We're going. We are going, guys. We're going. We're going. We are going. Right, where are we? There. Let's get a good backdrop. Let's get, in fact, do it that way. No, that way. See where we can have. Can you hear the bells? Right, how do I do this? Because we want some backdrop in it, don't we? Let me move that chair. Let's get. Let me move. I'm sorry, guys. I'm messing about with the perspective. Is that better? Right. We'll just try it there. Should we try it there? Let's try it there. Or I really need like a stander out here. Right. Okay. Oh, I need a light. Can we get? Do you know what? Let me get a light. Oh, wait there, guys. I'll get a light. Oh, it's USB. It's a swizzle. Right, okay, I've not got a light. Right, I was trying to get a light, but I've only got USB-C, and I can take that. Right, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, guys. We're just going to have to go with it. We are going. Do you know what? I think I could put this here, actually. Would that be better? You can hear the police now, can't you? The police are coming. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let's. Right, guys. Can you hear the police? I don't know. They might be coming here because somebody might have put a Facebook post on. Right. Debbie Doobs is saying Toosey just gone live with TV reporter taken to hospital after London attack. Yeah, did you guys see that on? Look, guys, I mean, have you noticed how Toosey's just jumped out of? Toosey's just jumped up from nowhere. But look, guys, let's just say, yeah, it is disgusting when people are getting attacked. When people are like getting attacked for. When people get attacked for opinions, things are going seriously wrong, guys. You know, and this is, you know, I didn't mention it before, but when we talk about this, like Palestine Action Group, there's a lot of question marks here. So I'm just gonna monologue for a minute. So Palestine Action Group, like, they got prescribed as a terrorist organization, and I think that's absolutely fair. I do, guys. I think that's absolutely fair. You know, these guys broke into an, I guess broke into is pretty loosely put in. They walked into a military, base and pretty much destroyed. I mean, they spray painted. They put spray paint on an aircraft. I can't remember what aircraft it was. It was a carrier. I think it was I can't remember what it was. But they put a load of red spray paint on this aircraft. Now, for this aircraft to be repaired, it's going to cost like 50 million or something. I don't know the exact numbers. Now, I think absolutely that is an act of terrorism. But a few question marks over this Palestine Action Group. First of all, why haven't they just changed their name? Why haven't they just changed their name to Action Group for Palestine? Started a new organization. Why haven't they just done that? Because that's one of the things that I said straight away. I said it's pointless prescribing them as a terrorist organization. They'll just literally change the branding and they'll continue. So allegedly they've continued as Palestine Action Group. Okay, whatever. Then I think like 500 people have been arrested today. Now, part of me thinks, right, you know what? Well done to the police for arresting them. The other part of me thinks, well, hang on a minute. I need to be quite clear here, guys. Like, when we're looking at the conflict in the Middle East between the Israelis and the, I guess, the Palestinians. In fact, you know what? Let's not even talk about that because let's just talk about another conflict. Let's just talk about Afghanistan. When the coalition, Britain, America, I don't know, Canada, Australia, all the rest of them, went into Afghanistan, the job was not done because the job was done with wokeness in mind, or trying to do X, trying to do Y, and people don't want that. If you want to win a war, it's brutal, guys. It's brutal. And this is what people don't understand. People see like video games and stuff and they think, oh, war's la-di-da-di-da and it's having a coffee. No, guys, trust me. Like, war is brutal and it's hard. And if you go to a war, you need to know what that entails. And people shouldn't flash around the specter of war like willy-nilly because it's brutal. And what it takes to win a war, and I mean win a war, you either have to totally destroy the population and every part of their infrastructure so there's no chance of them coming back, or you have to have a 40-year occupation. There's no in between. If you destroy your enemy, like full Genghis Khan style, if you destroy their enemy, they ain't coming back because they're all destroyed. If you want to go the other option, where you want to occupy for 40 years, that means that the kids who are like 5, 6, they're now 45, 46, and they're the people who are running the country, and they're the people who've always known your way of administration. So they're going to be an ally. There's no in between. A perfect example of this is when the coalition pulled out of Afghanistan in, 2021. It just left a vacuum because they'd not really reached that that saturation point. They'd not really reached that 40-year saturation point. And look what happened to Afghanistan. Literally, like the day that like you didn't like you know how like people say, like, you know, for all these people, like, you know, all these people who are saying that the West commit war atrocities and they commit all these war crimes. Riddle me this, riddle me that, Batman. If the West were so bad, if the coalition forces were so bad, why were people handing babies over the fence to US soldiers? Why were people grabbing onto aircraft when they were leaving in the landing gear to try and get out of Afghanistan? You know, if the coalition was so bad, surely people would want to see the end of them. So why were people screaming so much to you know, and it fascinates me where you see all these like you see all these people marching and they're against, you know, they're against the Western militaries in foreign countries. They shouldn't do it. Well, do you know what, guys? My experience of deploying to Iraq, I was in the invasion of Iraq in, what was it, 2003 or something. So we was like the first troops over the border. And my recollection of that was not negative. It was of grown men coming up to me and hugging me and saying thank you. Like, thank you, because the people of Iraq had been so oppressed. The media, anyway, right, sorry guys, let me get the comments. April Lee is saying, my husband is applying for a job in Canada. He's just got all the clear for now with his problem. I'd be careful about Canada, April, and look at some of the draconian laws the Canadians are. Can you see my little lights there? I've got little solar lights in the apple trees. Yeah, I think Canada's got a lot of big problems with freedom of speech, etc. Lewis Ackers is saying, Optelic Sean, yeah, I was on Optelic 1. John, hello John. John is saying there is lots of people that would argue that plane was a blow up plane. I've seen lots of videos that might support this, but I'm not convinced, to be honest, my friend. John, what are we talking about there? Are we talking about the plane that John, are you talking about the Palestine Action plane? Is that the plane we're talking about there? Listen, guys, if you've not done so already, if you are a subscriber on TikTok, or if you're a team member on here, honestly, guys, I've got something. Like, I don't want to give anything away, but I'm working on something right now, and I'm going to give it to you. Not this Friday coming, but next Friday. It's going to be, well, for those who want it, it's going to be absolutely fantastic, guys. It's going to be fantastic. So if you've not subscribed, please do so. Tracy just jumped up and said, evening, Sean, and everyone else. Good evening, everyone. Right, guys, listen, lots of crazy stuff happening. The crux of today's live stream is mass arrests in the UK. I'm not sure how I feel about these mass arrests. Yes, all right, I would be politically opposed to these, to the Palestine Action group. But equally, I think they should have their, I think they should have their voice heard. I really do. Even if it upsets me, I think they have the right to have their voice heard. And the reason I'm saying that is because the next time I want my voice heard, it might be me on the other end of the jackboot. It might be you on the other end of the jackboot. I don't know. Because when these draconian laws get brought in, in fact, can you remember how when during the COVID times, there was the BLM protest, and they were fine. It was fine to protest for BLM. Absolutely fine. Keir Starmer and Angela Rayner, they were on one knee. They were taking a knee. They were showing solidarity with diversity. But then people who were opposed to lockdowns, oh no, they get treated a totally different way. And, you kind of think like, who's running the show behind the scenes? Because it's certainly, I would speculate anyway, it's certainly not the government. So, you know, while we're talking about that, I just think everybody needs to be careful. Everybody needs to be careful about what they're cheering for, because, you know, you cheer for suppression. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze, and there'll probably be three. I'm holding my gum. Have I got another one in me? I usually have. No, I've not. I have. No, I've not. I have. I've got like 2.5. So while we're all cheering for these people being arrested, you know, part of me, I'm thinking, right, okay, at what point does that same law and legislation get turned against you? And, you know, it's like this image of, like, especially in America, this has been really, I mean, it's been really polarized in America, whereby you're getting the Republicans who are claiming we're winning. But this law and legislation that's getting passed, for example, not in the United States, but in the United Kingdom, a lot of the laws and legislation that were passed during the COVID times, you know, adverse security, mobile phone tracking, all that stuff. Do you think that's gone? No, of course not. It's still there. The government can still track that stuff. The government can still do. Oh, that's a better. Is that a better perspective there? I think that's a bit better. You know, it's like I'm holding my computer, guys. It's a bit awkward. And, you know, like, it's kind of like that meme where people say, what is it? This is how democracy dies, to thunderous applause. John is saying, absolutely, my friend. I totally agree. The opposition to whatever you believe should be heard. Yeah, you know, they should. Whatever you believe, if we're going to be for everybody, even if it's not what you want to hear, I'm all for free speech and that. Yeah, I totally agree. Silly Gallardi is saying, the funny thing is that in Israel, you can protest freely for Palestinians. We have those on Saturday. Yeah, so Silly, like, I don't know if you just caught us earlier, but we were talking about, well, I was actually, I don't know if you just caught the back end of what we were talking about, but I was just mentioning that, you know, everybody should have the right to protest, no matter how bad that is, or whether you agree with it or not, because at some point, you know, those laws and legislations may be used against, like, you, to suppress whatever you think and whatever you feel. You know, it just, I don't know, guys. You know, 500 people arrested, and as I understand it, over half of these are over 50. So, like, who are we arresting, really? Are we arresting these young men that are coming over on the boats? And look, guys, I don't even, like, let me try and find this. Give me a second, guys. Let me try and find this. Let me try and find this, and I'll share it with you. Give me a second. Right. Bells. That must mean it's past or something, or 1/4 past. Right. Give me a second, guys, because I need to get this up and share it with you. Right. I'm going to share this, guys, now. This is from Nigel Farage. All right. So this is from his, you know, this is from his Twitter feed, and I'm giving it straight from Nigel Farage's Twitter feed. X feed, sorry. So this is the video here. I'll play the sound.
قوات رماح العراقي تم اجتياح لندن بتاريخ 8/8. الله اكبر ولله الحمد. الله اكبر. محمد قوات رماح.
So these are the young gentlemen on their way over to the United Kingdom. Now, this was posted 12 hours ago. So, you know, this is what he posted earlier. He said, breaking news, illegal migrants can be heard shouting Allah Akbar as they invade our country. Obviously, they're just fleeing persecution. They're fleeing persecution. Now, this writing here, I speak Arabic, guys. I don't read it. This writing here, allegedly, it says this. The forces of the Iraqi spear from the heart of the British Sea, the leadership of the militia Abu Hamad, So that's what he said, so I don't think he posted something that wasn't like, that isn't what it said. So you can imagine now, can't you guys? Like, we're doing all this stuff where we're arresting 50-year-old men and women when these guys, look, I'm not going to go there, guys, but you know what? It's just fascinating. And if you was on the live stream yesterday, if you guys were on the live stream yesterday, we talked about the boats that are coming over in absolute masses and droves. And it does, to me anyway, look like the government are, complicit in that and the government are helping. If not, can somebody just explain to me how, like, look, guys, and I need to be clear, I don't know what I saw. I saw rubber dinghies getting put on the back of a lorry, and then I saw that lorry waiting to get on a ferry. I don't know whether that lorry got on a ferry. There might have been I didn't see the lorry get on the ferry. That could have been, look, guys, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, and I'm being objective. That lorry could be that could be where the forensics department is, and they're just putting those, and those lorries are just taking them to the forensics department. I genuinely don't know, but what a lot of people are saying is that this is evidence, and I'm not, I'm just being objective, guys, okay? We don't know what this is. But what it does look like, anyway, the optics of this are that the government are aiding and abetting these gangs coming over to the United Kingdom. So if we just think about what Nigel Farage has just posted, the government are helping the Iraqi spear get into the United Kingdom. Why? So why are they doing that? That is, that's the question. And somebody said to me last night, Sean, do you think that the United Kingdom will get as bad as Northern Ireland? And I said, absolutely. Not only will it get as bad, it will be worse. It will be like Northern Ireland on absolute steroids, guys. Absolute steroids. Kevin's in capital, so this must mean he's serious. Kevin is saying, God bless Israel, all hail the new crusades for God and against Islam sleeper cells, satanic verses, Islam, unvetted immigration, and asylum seeker frauds. Well, I can see you are very passionate about that, Kevin. Kevin's very passionate. Lewis Ackers is saying the silent invasion is becoming louder. I mean, Lewis, like, is it a silent invasion if they're shouting Allahu Akbar and letting everybody know that they are the spear of the Iraqi militia or whatever it is? Is it a silent invasion? It seems to me like it's a very overt invasion. And then Philip Gray is saying the 10th Crusade will be televised. Well, it might not be televised, but it might be live streamed. Rocket Man Gaming is saying it worries me for our kids. Yeah, I mean, everybody's worried about the kids, aren't they? When you see your kids, like I don't know how. Listen, guys, I don't know how old you are, but we grew up in I guess the 90s. And everything was cool, man. It was like, everything was cool. It was cool to be British. And now, I guess Britain has become a memory of a shadow. I said that yesterday. It was pretty profound. Right, guys, listen, I am going to close this down now, not least because I'm trying to balance my laptop on my leg, and it's not working as well as I thought. I'm going to have to I think if we're going to do these live streams outside, I think I'm going to have to get I don't know. I think I'm going to have to get a little table out here that's purposely for this, because the table I've got here, it's a bit too small. Right, guys, listen, if you guys have not done so already, for the subscribers, and you'll see, I can't give any more out, guys. I can't give any more out. For the subscribers, Not this Friday coming, but next Friday, guys, there's going to be something that's fantastic. Well, I hope it's going to be fantastic. I think it's fantastic anyway. But look, guys, I hope you have a great weekend and finish your weekend off on a high. It's Monday tomorrow. I don't know if you're back at work, if you're on summer holidays. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you've not done so already. Hit those bell notifications down there, guys. Each and every one of your fingers really help me. And nobody laugh about that. Come on, guys. Come on, we're all adults. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the morning.